Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Businesses. I'm Steve Strum, as always, with Dave Permenta across the hall.
Hey there.
How's it going?
Usually I'm in the other chair and we have a handshake.
I understand, but I
strange.
can't. I can shake her hand, but I can't shake your hand. But it's okay.
I disrupted.
It's okay.
We were having a lover's quarrel anyway, so this probably works out.
Know
well.
way too much about this guy, but I have no idea about this lady. Who do we have today?
We have Summer Vyne with us today from Anuvision. One word, Anuvision.
Yes.
Technologies.
Spelled weird.
Spelled weird, yeah.
Yep.
Anuvision Technologies.
But Vyne's not spelled weird.
Summer.
It's with a Y. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
That's how everybody says the word Vyne, with a V and a Y.
So tell us about Anuvision. What do you do?
So we're an audio-video integration company. We service education, government, corporate, healthcare. We don't service home theater, personal homes, things like that. So we're just a commercial AV integrator. And what that means is we do anything from conference rooms to stadiums to classrooms to boardrooms. Anything that you see and hear, we probably have something to do with it. The TVs, the monitors, the displays,
all the stuff
walls,
that's behind this
all
giant
the stuff that's in front of
magical
us
thing
today.
right,
yes.
all that stuff.
Cameras, speakers, you name it.
And
we
it's
just make it all work.
Anywhere from normal sized jobs to like full-size studio production.
Correct.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And we were talking a little bit offset about your business, and you said you focused and specialized in the educational world. Prior to coming into this business, that was kind of your world, but then you decided to start a business in COVID.
Yes.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. To this day, I go, what? Am I crazy?
Which
what
is
am
5
I
years
thinking?
ago, by the way. Congrats on 5 years in business. But
You made it.
Darn, what for about a year we were
good.
talking about, like, man, I started this business in COVID, and you survived and thrived. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
It was a little tough. So, we all thought we were coming back, right? We left for spring break and then we were going to come back. Everything was going to be fine. A couple weeks at home, nice break. No, it just kept going. So I really had to kind of consult to keep my wits about myself and not lose faith in what I was doing. So I literally consulted and was able to at least keep my family above board, right? I had a daughter that was in high school and she was really struggling. It was really tough for the kids. I think during that time they weren't seeing their friends, they weren't able to leave the house. It was really tough. So there was a lot of things that I was having to deal with, but I think I just kept saying it's going to get better, it's going to get better. And finally, thank God Florida was opening and giving people life and finding ways for people to get out there. So I just stuck with it and eventually was able to talk to a few customers and bring them in and just kind of grew slowly. But we've done well over the last 5 years. We're going to this year hit 30 million. So I am not upset at all. I think all of those struggles made us strong and just continue to help us pave the way to do new and better things.
Well, God bless Ron DeSantis.
Thank you, yes.
30 million, that's very impressive.
Yes.
In 5 years?
5 years.
That is awesome.
In those 5 years, as you got to figure it out, what do you think and predict that the next 5 years in your business looks like? Now that you survived, right, moved into a small chunk of change on the revenue side,
Yes.
What does the next 5 years look like?
Well, we've taken all of our profits and I've reinvested them into the business. I know a lot of people kind of don't believe in that method, but I have invested the money. We're opening an innovation center. It will open in April to the public. It'll be the first innovation center here in Jacksonville for my technology, the things that we do, right? We hear a lot about innovation and sometimes you go in and they're just spaces to get together. There's spaces that might have a little technology or there's spaces that are more about teaching, but this one is going to be very visual. There's going to be a lot of different technology. We're going to have hologram technology. We're going to have stuff that's never been seen before. I have some crazy spiral LEDs coming in. I have wallpaper LED. I have film that goes on windows, like stuff that we don't get to see every day here in Jacksonville. You might see it sometimes being put out there in Vegas or sometimes in New York, places like that, but not here. So that's what I'm trying to bring, and the innovation space is going to be open to the public. So if you want to host something there, you'd be able to do that. Cool. And we can brand the entire place to the branding of that company, to that nonprofit, whoever's trying to use the space. We're also building a podcast center in the space so that people can come in and do their own podcasts. So we're really trying to help bring more innovation to Jacksonville and put us on the map for technology, because I think it's really important.
So basically the Innovation Center is kind of a combination between a showroom, an educational center,
Yes.
Sharing with the market what new
Right.
technologies exist, and an event venue as well.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Where's it going to be located?
So it's located off of St. John's Bluff and Beach. We're right outside of Town Center, right over by UNF. So it's very convenient, very centralized. We're right off 295, so it makes it very easy for people to get to, and very central into the city. I know a lot of things can be really far away from people, but we were hoping to be more central, that it would make more sense for people between the downtown to the beach to the Orange Park. It's like Town Center seems to be the hub where people can come.
Sure.
So we were hoping that that would help.
Oh, very cool. Well, we have to come check that out. When's it going to open?
It's going to open in April.
Very cool. So right around the corner.
Congratulations.
Right around the corner. I
That
was
is
there
so
today,
neat.
and the whole front of the building was off, and I just it was a little startling, but
You know what? That's what
I-
happened when I look in the mirror this morning. So, I mean, it's a little startling, but you know what? You made it through and
Yeah.
you look good. So,
Yeah.
congrats on the success. The last
Thank you.
5 years, I mean, truly as a business owner, you know, when we're not in front of these cameras, both Dave and I own businesses, and going through that time period, scary. I'd imagine the only thing that could be scarier would be to like get started then.
Yeah.
But, you know, necessity is, you know, the mother of invention. I think I got that right.
Yes.
It might be backwards, but, you know, consistent.
You got it. You got
But, you know, how cool is that? And thanks for sharing us with your successes.
Yeah, no
So-
problem. Thanks for having me.
What we'll do is we'll make sure to put your stuff on our website, like about the Innovation Center, about you, your story, the company, all that, on our website, which is thedailynewsnetwork.com. And
Okay.
so that way it puts that out there so people can come check you out, find out kind of what you're all about, and what you're doing for our area, and what that next 5 years looks like.
That's cool.
And then, of course, I can't do this without you. I mean, even though you're way over there and all.
Well, you could. You could.
You know, I just sit here
just
and
add
talk
a little
to
spice.
I just talk to myself for a while. You know, that'd be great. So, but you know, we can't do this if these guys aren't watching. So, local business owners, kind of cool. Innovation Lab. Is that the best way to say that? The
Yeah,
Innovation
kinda.
Lab in April in St. John's
Yes.
Town Center.
Yeah.
Check out the website. If you like the episode, share the episode, and remember, live with gratitude.
Generation Media helps businesses reach their ideal clients. We do this in a pretty unique way by synergizing the best of print and digital marketing with live social events, of which we do many, dozens a year. There are two kinds of word of mouth, the kind that you want and the kind that you don't want. Our mission at Generation Media is to build positive word of mouth for our clients and the audiences that we serve.